Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we are gonna take a look at the T21, the American Tier 6 light tank. It follows the M7, which is a fairly mediocre medium tank, in what has to be one of the weirdest tech tree lines. We'll look at that in a second, but anyways, let's make a quick comparison between all the Tier 6 light tanks. Now, this one gets matchmaking all the way up to tier 10 if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it goes all the way up to tier 10, maybe tier 9 at best, but it's not a great light tank, I have to say. I will pop up a gameplay video that I put up, I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and here's the link if you want to watch that. But you might want to watch this one first because this is the actual review of it, but that's some gameplay showing you how this thing can work. We will have some gameplay at the end of this video as well. Hopefully not everybody left there, but we'll see. Anyways, the T21. With 590 hit points, it is pretty average. Keep in mind that some of these still need their turret upgrades, since I don't have this Chinese one, or the Russian one, or the German one for that matter, so all of these will get a slight HP boost. It is one of these higher HP ones, but not the highest. The AMX12T has the higher HP. This one, of course, does not get a turret upgrade. Neither does the T21, oddly enough. So, what is important in the light tank? Engine power. Well, this one gets 560, if I'm not mistaken, with the upgraded engine. This is the stock engine, because I don't own the tank anymore. I've moved on. But I felt it was necessary to still do a review of this tank and tell you what to look out for. So, hit point wise, well, you know, it's a light tank. Hit points don't really matter. If you're getting shot at, you're dead. It's a 23-ton tank, which makes it like middle. A lot of these, like 12 tons, 16 tons, but 26 and 26. So, it's kind of in the middle between all of them, really. So, it's not the lightest, it's not the heaviest, but it does get a fairly powerful engine with it. It's 560, but the Chinese get a better engine already. No, wait, no, I don't think, well, I don't know, I'll have to take a look in a sec here. Thought they got a better top engine, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, speed limits, 52, 42, 44, 60, and 56. So the speed limit is not bad at 56, it's one of the faster ones, but it does take a while to get up to that speed. The acceleration is not great. It's, you know, it's functional, but it's not great. The reverse speed goes up to, I think, 60 once you get the final tracks, if I'm not mistaken. Again, we'll take a look in a second at the tech tree. Hull armor, non-existent, probably one of the shittiest ones. Yep, the shittiest one. Same goes for the turret armor, it's pretty much the worst out of all of them. So, I would say that this is probably the worst light tank. Really, the gun is not great what you get. It's workable, but it's not great. It's not even really decent. Turret reverse at 42, it's not too bad, but again, it's the worst one out of the bunch. Rate of fire we're not going to look at because these guns aren't upgraded. View range, of course, is very important. 390, it's a pretty good view range, so it's one of the best view range out here, but again, these do not have their upgraded turrets, so they might be slightly better if they have turrets, I don't know. So, even so, it is one of the best view range wise. So, having that said, let's take a look at the tank itself. It's a tier 6, like I said, it's right here after the M7, which is a bit of a weird tree. It's light tanks, medium tank, light, medium, light, medium, medium, heavy. It's the weirdest tree in the whole game. Usually it goes from a couple of lights then to medium and then continues down mediums, but nope, not this one. So let's take a look. Your final gun. 128 penetration, and that is a telephone. Die, telephone. Shh. Go away. Go away. Good telephone. Sorry about that. Every time I'm recording, that bloody phone goes off. I swear, they're waiting to call. Anyways, 128 penetration, 115 damage is not great. 0.4 accuracy is pretty poor. 2.3 seconds aiming time is acceptable, but keep in mind that you're moving a lot, so you know, your bloom is pretty big, which means that every time you move your turret or move your tank, your accuracy gets thrown into a bigger circle, so your accuracy becomes less. It's pretty bad on this tank, so yeah, it really isn't all that great for shooting on the move or for shooting in general. There really isn't any other option for a gun. I mean, 105 pen, no, 128 is already lacking. Keep in mind, this thing does go into tier 9 at the very least. I do believe tier 10 as well. I actually don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it does. In which case, you just can't pen shit. So, the gun is a big letdown. If we take a look at, for instance, the French, I'm not going to take the rate of fire into consideration, but just the gun itself. 144 penetration, 135 damage a shot. So, the gun is pretty poor. Let's take a look at the rest real quick. But, you know, it's a light tank, 745 range. The engine is 560, yeah. There's no turret upgrade. Traverse speed will be 60 once fully loaded out, so there you have it. It has a great signal range, can't complain about that. It has a pretty powerful engine, pretty good track traverse, but it's just not fast. The acceleration is just not there. It's a heavy-ish tank for being a light. It's because it's built on a medium frame. This thing is not small, and it has one of the worst camo ratings of all of these tier 6s. So it's difficult to do well on this thing. It just gets spotted very quickly compared to the other mediums, or excuse me, lights. Mediums, wow. Anyways, as you can see, I have the follow-up, and whew, I can't wait to do a review on this one. It will be soon. I am enjoying this one. I never thought I would. My goal, as probably most people, was to get the auto-loading mediums, T69, T54E1, and eventually the T57. But I'm more or less looking forward to the T69. You know, tier 8 medium. It's gonna be fun. But I'm having a lot of fun on this one. Did not expect that. I expected this one to be shit. It's surprisingly good. This one, however, is pretty bad. I've had a couple of good games on it, but that's all I had. Let's take a quick look at my stats, and then we'll jump straight into the gameplay. Vehicles, and we'll sort by name twice. Yep, scroll up. Okay, scroll up a bit more. T21. Yeah, you cannot make a difference in this tank. If you get spotted, it's over, and you don't have a gun to defend yourself against most opponents. So you have so little impact on a game in this tank. It's ridiculous. So hence the poor rating. I've killed 39 people while I'm a scout. You don't see spotted people, sadly. You do have spotted here. Spotted 2.6 people average per game, which isn't great, let's be honest. I mean, awards, it's pretty shit. I got told duty only twice, scout only once. This thing is a poor scout. Even with its view range. Even if you know the maps, it just gets spotted. Or if you run into any enemy scout, you're more than likely gonna die. Everybody else has a better gun than you. The reload on the gun is poor for the damage that it does. It is a bad gun. So anyways, let's take a look. We died 77%. Hit ratio is 60%. The accuracy is pretty damn bad. Survived only 15%. I know my stats are not impressive on this thing, but that's the best I can make out of it. It's just so lackluster. We can pull up a T71 real quick. We've killed 25 people in 32 battles. Well, you know, it's a scout. 2.44 spotted a battle, but destruction ratio of 1, okay, but I just got this thing. You know, I only barely elited it. But, you know, 565 experience a game versus, where is it? 382. I'm doing so much better on this thing. As you can see, better victory ratio as well. I've killed 4 people in one game on a light tank. I'm doing pretty damn well in this thing. Survived 21%. Well, it's still a light tank. Hit ratio 81%. Damage 29,000. You know, I mean, I'm not destroying a whole lot of game, but I'm a light tank. Damage cost to enemy vehicles 900 on average a game. I'm doing fantastic in this thing, and that's with, you know, a crew that's still in training. I only barely got this thing. And this thing, yeah, 300 damage average. I took a lot more damage than I did per game. It's just so bad. But let's take a look at some gameplay and I'll talk about it in some more depth. Well, that answers that question. If we get into tier 10 games, yes we do. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we definitely do. So we are here on Muravenka, as you can see. I'm platooned up with Lola. Also in our T21, we grounded? Ground? Not sure. Grinded? We worked on these tanks together. She took up a spot in the center of town, and I lost some health due to some poor driving of, I think, somebody else. Maybe it was me. I don't know. Anyways, this is a great spot. You get like spots on people just moving up. You have like this little window of people moving up, and it sometimes works. Doesn't always work, you know, all that great, but ew, grip. There's the enemy T21, and it's going straight for Lola. And there's that gun for you. It's just
critical hit.
Critical hit. Yep. Sorry, Mr. E100. Sorry, Mr. E100. I just need to get this T21 off her back. Okay. Wow. Not sure if that was aimed at the E100s or me. Wouldn't be surprised if it was aimed at me. That would be my kind of shit. So I set up in this bush again, and I promise there's going to be a little bit more action later on. So this bush is more to protect me from the side than the front. I have another bush in front of me. So we're letting our E100s do the work, and decide to move up a little bit. I don't think I spotted them. No, doubt it. Ooh, look, it's a Tiger 2. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah. And that's his gun for you. It does about 100 damage a shot. And it missed.
Penetration.
Pin him again.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Pin him again.
Enemy is hit.
Pin him again. But I have to be careful for my ass there because they have a line on my and he stomps behind the church. But sadly I could not save Lola. Oh, I'm sorry. I tried. I really did. Somebody killed him though, so vengeance. Ooh, must not shoot, must not shoot, must not shoot, must not shoot. Request fire, must not shoot, however much I wanted to. Come on, people, take him out. Come on. Must not shoot, must not shoot. Well, they're over the hill. T57 heavy there. He is on semi-low health though. There we go, good. E100 gets taken out, that's not good. Forest seems to be doing okay-ish. It's time for me to, oh, frack my life. That happens to me every time, I swear. Every single time. I try to move up in any light tank. I get some big mofo that's sitting in the back that just pops up as soon as I move up. But, you know, he didn't seem to care for me, so we just go behind him. Put some shots into him. Bounce the shot there, and he gets taken out. Fine. It's somebody gets taken out. So it's time for us to shine. The enemy team has been pretty much devastated, and now is your time to clean up. And that's kind of what you have to do with this tank. Early game, you spot, you don't do a damn thing, you do not fire. Unless you're counter-scouting light tanks. I know he's here, there he is. Engaging auto-aim here. This is the only time that auto-aim is actually useful. When you are circling a tank and you don't want to take the time to actually aim, because you're, there we go. I know he can't aim his gun at me right now, so I disengaged auto-aim. Just manually aiming, but I have no idea where to pin this thing. With my penetration, it just will not even go into his ass. Nope, there we go. And them once. So he's getting circled by everyone. Quite literally, everyone is circling him. he gets taken out. Now, Forrest still seems to be in trouble, so it's time to head over there. See what we can do, if we can help. Fosh is asking for help. T-54 is kicking his ass. It is the tier 9 Fosh, so 155, so he does not have the autoloader. Oh, frack my life, look what I found. Oh, balls. We engage auto aim again, because, you know, why not?
We didn't even scratch them.
So at this point, we're just gonna harass him.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
Oh, look, he's tracked.
We didn't even scratch them.
So...
Enemy armor is damaged.
Ooh, look, we penned him.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
Track him.
We didn't even scratch them.
Okay, so that pen was lucky.
We didn't penetrate their
I
armor.
can't even pen him. I could try his hat. I'm just looking for a weak spot. I don't really look at the
Critical hit.
Jack Panzer E100's rears all that often. Ow. He took damage from him just backing into me.
We didn't even
Yeah, that never had a
scratch
chance to pen. I know.
We didn't even scratch
I was trying to aim down at his tracks, but the camera wouldn't let me. That's what I hate about arcade mode shooting. When you're not zoomed in, it will just not point where you're actually pointing. It's really annoying. I can't even track him at this
We
point.
didn't penetrate their
There
armor.
we go.
We didn't penetrate
I'm just
their
keeping him
armor.
tracked, and there we go. WZ takes him out. No, Jack Panzer E100 shot him. Huh. Look like the, I don't think we're gonna see this E100, are we? Nope. Let's take a look at the stats. So, here we are with the stats. And that's kind of what this tank can do. At tier 10, you're gonna have excessive trouble trying to pin shit. Just even rears will not pin. He can't even pin people's ass. It's that bad. So this tank is quite lackluster. It's not impossible to do well on it. It's just, I mean, I got 1100 experience, you know, it's nothing to be ashamed of at all. But it's very difficult to do well on this thing, and usually it just gets detected and die, because the camo rating is pretty bad. It really is. So I only did 3rd highest damage in the team, but 2nd highest experience. So yeah, that's the T21 for you. It's pretty lackluster, and it's difficult to do well in. Keep in mind the tank after it is awesome, but this thing is just, you have to struggle through it, really. There's just not much you can do to really make a difference. You can spot. Passive scout is your friend. That's about the best thing you can do with this tank. And then at the very end of the battle, clean up. Shooting people's asses when they're engaged with other people, and that sort of stuff. But, you know, that's the best you can do, really. It's not a great scout. It works, but it's not great. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.